All right, let's talk about leveling up your look. Today, we're cutting through all the noise to give you a simple, practical guide. We're going to focus on powerful habits that actually deliver real results, because this is about what truly works. You know that feeling? You watch a dozen glow-up videos, and all you're left with is a huge shopping list of crazy expensive products and routines that are just impossible to keep up with. It's a common frustration, right? That sense that you need a ton of cash or some secret formula just to get started. Well, here's the deal. The core idea we're diving into is that a massive transformation, it doesn't come from a fancy bottle or a surgeon. It comes from the small, consistent things you do every single day. You can genuinely achieve a 10x improvement in your look. And the best part, you can start right now. Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to debunk all that Looksmaxing hype. Then, we'll get into a dead, simple 3-step skin routine. After that, we'll explore how you can naturally sculpt your face, talk about the crucial hygiene details people miss, and finally, we'll tie it all together with physique, hair, and confidence. So, let's kick things off by separating fact from fiction. What does it really take to get that glow up that everyone's always talking about? The source material makes a really bold claim right out of the gate, saying this is basically the last guide you'll ever need. And I get why. It's all about cutting through the clutter to focus on what actually moves the needle. And what's so cool here is this contrast between what everyone thinks they need versus the reality. The myth is that you need a lot of money, pricey products, maybe even surgery, but the reality, it's all about simple, consistent habits. That's the real foundation. And this isn't just about how you look, it's about building discipline. Best of all, you can literally start today with zero investment. Okay, let's get into our first actionable area, your skin. And I want you to forget about those insane 10-step routines. The people with genuinely great skin, they usually have the simplest habits. It all boils down to this 3-step process. Step 1, a face wash that fits your skin type, like one with tea tree for oily skin. Step 2, a basic affordable moisturizer. Put it on your face and your neck. And step 3, sunscreen. Yeah, SPF 50 plus is great, but honestly, even just covering your face with a cloth when you're out in the sun makes a huge difference. That's it. That's the whole routine. And check this out. Here's an amazing, super low-cost tip that's actually backed by science. Rice water. You know the water that's left over after you soak rice? It's packed with vitamins that can help with dark spots and uneven skin tone. Just dab some on your face at night. It's an ancient remedy that really works. And this right here shows how your daily choices matter just as much, if not more, than any product. Always use cold water on your face. Hot water just strips away all the good natural oils, leaving your skin dry and irritated. Cut back on sugar and junk food. And for real, whatever you do, stop popping pimples. It just makes everything so much worse. All right, next up, your facial structure. A lot of people just assume you're born with a certain face shape and that's it. But our source makes a compelling case that powerful, consistent habits can actually help you develop a stronger, more defined jawline. And the cornerstone of this idea is something called mewing. Now, this isn't some weird internet trend. It's actually based on the science of how faces grow correctly. It's simply the natural, proper way your tongue should be resting, fully against the roof of your mouth. It's not an exercise you do for 5 minutes. It's a habit you try to maintain all day long. So it all breaks down into 3 key habits. First, consistent mewing. Second, make a real effort to breathe through your nose. Breathing through your mouth can actually negatively affect your facial structure over time. And third, do some simple facial exercises every day to tone those muscles. Put them together, and they can make a really noticeable difference. Okay, let's shift gears to a topic that is absolutely critical, but gets overlooked way too often: hygiene. We're talking about the small details that make up a massive part of the impression you leave on people. Look, this might sound a little blunt, but it's true. You could be having the best conversation of your life, but if the other person is distracted by untrimmed nose hair, it just undermines everything. These little things really aren't so little. They say a lot about your level of self-respect. Now, this is really interesting. Check out this surprising fact about bad breath. Most of us think it comes from our teeth, right? But the reality is that up to 70% of it actually comes from bacteria living on your tongue. So this gives us a simple, non-negotiable checklist. Trim your nose hair, brush your teeth, and super important, clean your tongue every single day. Keep your nails clean and trimmed, and finally, break that habit of touching your face. It just transfers bacteria and causes breakouts. Okay, our final section brings everything together. Let's talk about building a powerful physical presence through your physique and your hair, which in turn completely fuels your mindset and your confidence. Now, get this statistic because it's a big one. The source makes the powerful point that a strong, healthy physique can make you more attractive than 90% of other people. This isn't about your height or your genetics, it's about projecting health and presence. A good physique commands respect before you even say a word. And building one is so much simpler than you think. Forget all the miracle supplements. It comes down to 3 basic pillars: eating nutritious food, doing simple but effective exercises like push-ups, and, this is a big one, prioritizing high-quality sleep for recovery. This isn't just about your body. It's about building discipline that makes your mind stronger too. And that exact same principle of simplicity applies to your hair. Ditch the harsh shampoos and the hot water, and instead of chasing every new trend, find a clean, classic hairstyle that actually suits you. The goal here is long-term health, not some short-term style that's just going to cause damage down the line. So there you have it. We've laid out a clear, simple, practical path. There's nothing complicated here, nothing expensive. The excuses are pretty much over. So the only real question left is, looking at everything we've covered, what is the one simple habit that you are going to start today?